beautiful people. So today's video is going to be about my freshman experience as far as going to a big university, and also some tips and advice that I can give to you guys. So to start it out, my first 6 months of my freshman year were actually quite shocking. It started out a little bit differently than most freshmen's experiences because I actually decided to live in an apartment with my girlfriend as opposed to living on campus in a dorm. First 6 months, chose my classes and didn't listen to my counselor at all. That was probably one of the biggest mistakes that I made coming in as a freshman. I was taking a math class that was way too hard for my level. I mean, I hadn't been taking math for like 2 years, and it just wasn't a good idea to be taking a math class that was that out of my level. Another problem with the classes that I was taking is I just didn't feel like they were right for me, so then I was having confusion about my major and if that was right for me. And I wanted to go into engineering, and I was having a hard time with this math class, so then I was like, oh no, why am I getting into engineering if I'm not doing good in this math class when I have like 10,000 other math classes to take, and all this stuff was going through my brain with school. And then also I had gone to a fairly small high school when I was younger, and it was really easy to make friends. I mean, basically everyone knew everyone, and everyone knew everyone's drama and all that cliche stuff. So when I came to UF, it was like really hard to make friends. I mean, people in the dorm rooms already knew the people in the dorm rooms, and people in the sororities already knew the people in the sororities, and so on and so forth. So it was hard trying to find my niche in everything. After a couple months, I had actually decided to join Pride Student Union, which is like an LGBT friendly club, and they needed a photographer, so I was like, hey, that can be me. And I also had a hard time with that club too because, I don't know, you think that once you get out of high school, cliques just go away, but they don't. They're there forever. So in the Pride Student Union, there were a lot of cliques, and I also had a hard time making friends, and it's so on and so forth. So during these 6 months, I really missed my mom. I mean, I still miss my mom, I still miss my family, but during these 6 months, it was like really weighing hard on me. I mean, I never really been without my family for this long, and so I have been telling her this. I've been telling her about how I've been feeling, how sad I've been feeling, and you know, she just said that you need to wait 6 months. 6 months, and everything will start to feel better. You'll start to make friends, and you know, that really was the case for me. The fall semester is ending, and my girlfriend, she's about to go into her major. And so I go with her on a tour to her college, which she's in the College of College of Construction and Design or something. She's an architecture major. So we go through her college and like where she's gonna be doing all her classes and etc. And you know, I'm like walking around and I'm like, this looks a lot interesting. Whoa, what's over there? What? That's like super cool. Wow, my major doesn't do that. And then like I go and I look at her classes that she's going to be taking, and I'm like, what? This class is like freaking awesome. Why am I not taking this class? What? They get to do this? What? Why am I not taking this class? So after like a lot of thinking and a lot of crying and a lot of contemplating life and what would end up happening, I actually ended up changing my major to architecture, which like made me super excited because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take that class, yes! Oh, that class looks so awesome! Oh, I'm gonna have a studio space, I'm gonna freaking design buildings, yes! I entered in the spring semester and I'm like, oh, these classes are awesome, woo! I'm gonna take awesome classes my whole life, yes! I'm not in the freaking engineering major where I'm gonna be killing myself. I also decided to get a job at this time, and you know, that really helped me as well. I actually started to make friends in this job, and I started to be able to hang out with people, and I just felt a lot better about life. Come to the end of the spring semester, I brought my GPA up from what it was in the fall, because after that catastrophe, and you know, I'm like ready for the fall semester. This is summer right now. I decided not to take summer classes, and so I'm ready for the fall semester, ready to start the architecture program, and just super pumped about life. The advice that I can give to freshman people, as far as living in an apartment, I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I think that I would have if I lived in a dorm. Number one, it's like way cheaper because I'm splitting it with my girlfriend. And then on top of it, like the dorms are really small. For me, I had a hard time making friends, like a harder time than people in the dorm room because I didn't know people as well. Because when you're in a dorm, you're like forced into a place with all these other people that don't know anyone either, so you kind of like forced a little harder to make friends, as opposed to me, I'm off campus, I don't really like know my neighbor. So that, I mean, if you're going to college and you know you're trying to make friends, you don't know anyone there, I think I would recommend that you would live in a dorm. But if you're like me and you're coming with like, you know, your significant other, or you're coming with like friends or something, maybe you guys could split in an apartment and it'd be a lot cheaper for you. Another piece of advice that I would give to you is listen to your counselor. Listen to your guidance counselor. Listen to them. Very important. If you're like me and you're like, what? I can take that. It'll be a piece of cake. I'm smart. I know what I'm doing. I can do that, no problem. No, you're wrong. You can't do it. I mean, you can if you wanted to, but it makes it a lot harder on yourself, and you want to take like the easiest route possible when you're going through college. I mean, not the easiest, but like the one that will give you the best chance to succeed. And when you listen to your counselor, they're really honestly going to give you the best chance to succeed. They know the teachers, they know how hard they are, they know how hard the classes are, they know how, like, what level you're at based off of your test scores and that kind of thing, and off of what classes you've taken before. So you might go in and be like, I'm a freaking math genius. Yeah, I can go in, I can take Calc 2, no problem. Yeah, no, and then you fail. So listen to the guidance counselors. It's just a good idea. Another piece of advice that I would give to you is you might be headstrong on what you're gonna do and what you're gonna graduate with and what you think you're gonna do, but don't be surprised if it changes. Also, to the other people that have no idea what they're doing, that's okay too. I mean, no one else really does. There's so many undeclared majors that I can think of off the top of my head of people who have like undeclared majors, and half of people, or more than half of people, change their majors. Like, I know one girl who changed her major like 4 times, which is okay. So if you have no idea what you think you're gonna do, it's okay. Just try to experience as much as you can, take as many diverse classes as you can, because you know, maybe you'll be surprised and you'll see that architecture is what you want to do, or maybe chemical engineering, or maybe singing, I don't know, whatever major. Another piece of advice that I want to give is that you should try not to choose your major solely off of how much money you're gonna make. Going into something that you're gonna be stuck with essentially the rest of your life. I mean, you're paying how much, like $40,000, or I don't know, for a master's degree, or for a bachelor's degree in something that you would hope that you would like. So I mean, I think it would be better to pick a major that you love, as opposed to, and maybe not making as much, as opposed to picking a major that you really don't like and you dread going to work. Because, you know, having less money but a happier life is more important than having more money and a dreadful one, because you spend so much time at work, you want to at least enjoy what you're doing. So if you're going to decide to move on campus and live in a dorm room, you might have the option of getting like a meal plan, but they're kind of expensive. So if you're not able to afford these meal plans, I would so recommend to eat at home. It saves you so much money in the long run, and you just feel better about yourself. And also, you're gonna like not gain as much weight, because the freshman 15 is a real thing. The freshman 15 is definitely real. It's not from just drinking alcohol. I mean, it can be from just drinking alcohol, but I mean, you get it because you're, number one, stressed the hell out. Number two, you aren't eating what you're supposed to. I mean, you don't have your mom telling you, oh, don't drink all that soda. And you're like, yes, I can drink soda. And then you're like, yes, I can eat cereal whenever I want because I love cereal. So there's like all these different impacts that make you gain weight, which wouldn't have before when you were in high school. One of the most like other important tips that I can give to someone is to get involved. There are so many different things that you can do in a university, especially a big one. I mean, they have intramural sports. Yeah, they have intramural sports. They also have like so many different clubs, like for whatever you identify as. They have ones for trans people of color. They have ones for LGBT people of color. They also have every different religion you can think of. They have a photography club, like whatever you want to get into, they basically have it. They have a Quidditch club also, which is, I haven't been to it, but I heard it's fun. So getting into a club really helps you to get off the couch. I mean, I know some of us want to sit at home and watch Game of Thrones all day, but it's not the best idea for our mental well-being. Alright, that is all. So have a beautiful day. Hope you enjoyed my video.